This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your top stories here from ABC15 Arizona. And we want to turn to a developing story in Phoenix. Still no arrests after a Valley High School cheerleader was shot and killed over the weekend. It happened early Sunday morning near 91st Avenue in Lower Buckeye. Phoenix police say 17-year-old Desiree Rivas was leaving a house party when she was shot and killed. Her classmates at Cesar Chavez High School creating a memorial in her honor and holding a vigil last night. ABC 15 speaking with the victim's father at that vigil.
Clearly had an impact. Look at all these people that showed up tonight.
And there's a reason for that. She was a kind and generous person. She was always there for everybody, even when she was at her lowest.
What led up to that shooting is still under investigation. Family is urging anyone with any information at all to please come forward. New funding for the city of Phoenix for two new solutions to the homeless crisis. A pair of motels are being turned into shelters, one in Tempe, another in Phoenix. They will provide housing to those living in the zone as cleanup efforts continue. Maricopa County recently announced $7.3 million will go to Tempe to buy the Apache Inn. The 60-room motel will be able to house up to 120 people experiencing homelessness. Here's what one person living in the zone had to say.
If they gave a shelter for everyone, it would be the best thing.
And as we first told you here last week, Maricopa County and the city of Phoenix also announcing a more than $6 million plan to use a hotel near Sky Harbor as temporary shelter to provide housing for 460 people experiencing homelessness. The city of Phoenix has to clean up the zone by July 10th. Today, oral arguments are set to begin in Mojave County for the case of Abe Hamadeh. You might remember Hamadeh and the Republican National Committee are suing Chris Mays to ensure all legal votes were counted in the race for Attorney General back in November. The Republican candidate lost the race by just 280 votes. Today, a special election will decide the fate of the potential new home of the Arizona Coyotes, but the proposed move to Tempe is decades in the making. Our Nick Saletti taking a look at the timeline and how we got here.
Flashback to 2003, the Coyotes played their very first game in Glendale at what was then Jobbing.com Arena. In 2009, though, the team filed for bankruptcy. That's when the NHL took over and started discussing moving the team back to Canada. 2 years later, the city of Glendale paid the NHL to manage the team and keep them in the Valley. 4 years after that, the city council ended their agreement with the Coyotes, going to a year-to-year lease at Gila River Arena. Come 2019, billionaire Alex Murillo became the majority owner, and rumors started swirling of moving the team out of Glendale. The next year, the team was at least $500,000 behind on payments to the arena management company. That led to the final straw last year when the city council announced it wouldn't renew the lease with the Coyotes, setting them up for a move. They'll play the next few seasons at ASU's new arena until they have their own place to call home. Stick with ABC 15 for updates on the Tempe City Council vote.
Highs will reach the low hundreds today and in the valley and in western Arizona, back into the triple digits as well. Another hot day, a little bit of humidity in the air too as we track more thunderstorm chances as well. The best potential will be in northern Arizona, where highs will reach the 70s to 80s along the rim, and in eastern Arizona too in spots like the White Mountains. For the valley though, there is a 20% chance for storms today, so that potential for rain looks a little bit higher than even yesterday. Our high will reach 101. It'll be hot, it'll be breezy, but again, that storm chance kicks in. We've got a lingering chance through the morning, and then that storm potential kicks in by the early afternoon and continues really through that evening commute. And I think by mid-afternoon to that evening drive is when we see our best chance for a few spotty showers or thunderstorms. They likely won't be big rainmakers, but gusty winds in some areas of blowing dust are a possibility. Daily storm chances through the weekend, but you notice overall the best storm potential will be across northern Arizona, and temperatures will fluctuate in the 90s and triple digits every day through that 7-day.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download that free ABC 15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.